Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel and welcome back to yet another reaction video. If you're new here for the first time, my name is TMR and over here we talk reactions and reviews. The world is going crazy. Hey you guys, welcome back to another reaction video. So if you're new, and for all my newbies, welcome. And for my oldies but goodies, y'all already know what time it is. Y'all know where we at. This is the Car Chronicles, you guys. And today, this video is just going to be a random video. It's just going to be a random car chat, okay? So it might be a little long. And I know for a lot of my subscribers, y'all like my long videos. And y'all, this one's going to be a little long because I've been watching a lot of stuff over the weekend. And I got a lot to say, okay? Now, do understand these are my thoughts and my opinions. It might not align with yours, but that doesn't make me right or that doesn't make you wrong. That just means you and I think differently. Okay? All right. We got that on out the way. So let's get on with this video. All right, you guys. So what's trending right now on YouTube is Shane Dawson and JennaMarbles. Okay? Now they are... Shane Dawson is from the beauty community. JennaMarbles, y'all, I'm not familiar. I'm familiar with Shane Dawson because I do watch Jeffree Star, but I'm not, I had never seen JennaMarbles before. I'm not familiar with her. Apparently she's been on YouTube for forever. Shane Dawson, as you know, he's been on YouTube for forever. Shane Dawson and JennaMarbles are coming under fire, okay? For past videos, podcasts and things of that nature that they have done, okay? So y'all, 2020, the year 2020, for all of us who's living in this year, we know this year has been a crazy year. But what I've noticed, you guys, this year is a year of accountability. We want folks to take accountability for the crap that they have done on this earth. So Shane Dawson and JennaMarbles have done videos several years ago that have now come back to surface to haunt them. Shane Dawson, blackface videos. JennaMarbles, also blackface videos. And Shane Dawson also a lot of inappropriate videos using his cousins who were minors at the time, okay? So we're going to talk a little bit about Shane Dawson. Again, you guys, I don't watch him. I'm not subscribed to his channel, but I have been watching a lot of commentary on the whole situation. I did watch Shane Dawson's apology or accountability video, and you know, I call BS personally, and I'm gonna tell you why. Reason why I call BS about Shane Dawson is now you're coming back several years later to express the way you feel about the content that you are putting, that you had put out, right? But when you were putting out that content, and you were an adult when you were putting out that content, you wasn't feeling that type of way. You didn't feel like the things that you were doing were offensive or inappropriate to people of color or even people that he associates with, right? You didn't think at that time, again, you thought it was funny. Now, we do understand everybody has their own sense of humor. Everybody has their own type of content that they, you know, are influenced by. And obviously, you guys, Shane Dawson has a lot of people that was influenced by his content. And this is what I say about be careful about the type of stuff that you put out here on social media, because that stuff can come back to haunt you. Case in point, it's come back to haunt Shane Dawson. You guys, he has deleted several videos on his channel, which has attributed to billions of views. And so basically, you know, he said he's done with the beauty community, you know, he's done with a lot of things. And I'm thinking to myself, of course you would be done, because you have done basically a cash and grab. You have gained tons, millions of dollars that you could potentially be set for the rest of your life, and maybe YouTube is something that you could move away from, you know. Shane also said that the things that he's done in his past, you know, he should have been canceled. His career should have been canceled, but yet it wasn't, and we do understand why it wasn't, because, you know, and I'm gonna just be real honest, and some of y'all might disagree, because the color of his skin, right? B. Simone here lately has said a lot of things that people are not in agreement with, and every time she opens her mouth, they want to cancel B. Simone. But yet, Shane Dawson hasn't been canceled yet. Even with all the stuff that's going on, he still hasn't been canceled. He's #1 trending on YouTube. I'm gonna be real honest with you guys. The things that are happening right now with Shane Dawson and JennaMarbles, I really feel like it's gonna probably be another ad apocalypse, right? YouTube is gonna have to answer to the reason why they have allowed all this stuff to be put out there. How they're trying to censor things now. I obviously wasn't censoring things then, and people have made millions of dollars and gained millions of subscribers off the content. Now they're wanting to scrub from the internet, but what they're not understanding is you can take a video down, you can disable a podcast, but somewhere, somehow, somebody has it. So it's really not going anywhere. At the end of the day, take accountability for it. You know, I really feel like if you really were trying to take accountability for it, you would let it stand, because people can still get to that content regardless of you taking it off your channel or not. So a little bit more about Shane Dawson. So now he's under fire with the Smith family, with Will Smith, Jada Pinkett Smith, Jaden Smith, and Willow Smith, for when Shane Dawson a few years ago, he did a inappropriate video, basically using Willow Smith's poster to satisfy his sexual needs. And at the time, Willow Smith was about 11 years old. So, you know, they are furious. The Smith family is furious with Shane Dawson, and, you know, it's just like, y'all, but his inappropriate behavior has always been what it was. It's like, if I'm sure they, you know, have been watching him or have supported him in some way, somehow, and how did you not know about these videos, and now all of a sudden people are bringing them back to light, and now everybody is upset. Personal opinion is, you know, people are people, right? And we can say and preach and tell people to take accountability and cancel folks, and we can do all that, but at the end of the day, there's always going to be others who disagree and who support. And that's what keeps this nonsense going on, is because people support the garbage. So JennaMarbles also, she took to her platform first. Shane Dawson also says JennaMarbles' video is what inspired him to make his video. And I'm thinking to myself, well, if you really was trying to take accountability, nobody's video should have inspired you other than your own personal feelings. If you really had them, should have inspired you, which my personal opinion is he's just doing this because this is a way for him to kind of like bow out of what he's already feel like he's already done with, okay? So JennaMarbles, I'm gonna be honest with you, when I saw JennaMarbles' video, I did feel a little bit more compelled by her video. I really felt some sincerity out of her. She started tearing up, and it was times where she had to break from the video. And again, you guys, I'm gonna say this, 2020 is the year of accountability. And it's just unfortunate that now, years later, they're realizing, you know, JennaMarbles is realizing that the content that she put out hurt a lot of people. And it's just unfortunate when she put that content out then that she didn't take into consideration that she was an influencer and that she could influence people to think differently about the people that she was trying to portray. Like, it's unfortunate that she's thinking this now and didn't think that then. But at the end of the day, people, you know, make mistakes, and people should, you know, be able to redeem themselves. So JennaMarbles says she's leaving YouTube for a while. She basically said indefinitely. She did say that her video, the apology video, she was going to take down, but when I saw it yesterday, it had been up for 2 days, so the video has not been taken down, and she's garnered millions and millions of views on that video, okay? So again, you know, she did say in her video that she doesn't do any sponsorships on her videos. She doesn't influence people to buy things. So I don't know, you know, what that meant. I don't know if she felt like she needed some you know, admiration because she doesn't do sponsorships on her videos. I really didn't understand what that meant, but I'm like, okay, girl, kudos to you because you don't do sponsorships. But obviously you're making money other ways, and you probably feel like doing sponsorships is more of a headache to you than, you know, profitable to you. Y'all let me know if you guys have watched JennaMarbles or Shane Dawson's videos. Y'all let me know what y'all think about them down below. Please let me know what you think. Like I said, you guys, these videos, Shane Dawson's is #1 trending on YouTube. Jenna's is #5 trending on YouTube. So there's a lot of people that are speaking out about the ignorance that's going on, y'all. Look, we got to do better as a nation. We have to do better as people. You know, we do understand everybody, again, is not going to agree, and everybody is not going to have the same thought process, but we just will hope if more people start standing up for what's right, then it would be like what? It can be like a virus, and it'll just catch on, okay? That's the only thing we can hope for right now. All right, you guys, so moving on to the next topic, we're going to talk about Itasha Bronson. We talked about Itasha Bronson yesterday. If you did not see my video about Itasha Bronson, please go back and watch it if you're not familiar with the story. But Itasha Bronson is a mother of 5 children. She's from Mississippi, and Itasha Bronson decided last week to take to her platform on Facebook and went live on a drive with 2 of her youngest children in the car, 2 girl children, where she displayed feelings of wanting to end her life and her children's life because she found out that the guy that she had been dating is married. So Itasha said in the video, you guys, in her Facebook Live, that she did what she did because she was trying to gain attention. And as you can see here, Itasha has gained a lot of attention, okay? I think more attention than she was actually bargaining for, but she has gained a lot of attention. You know what? The reason why I wanted to talk about this again today is because I saw a comment that really gave me an aha moment. So in this comment, you guys, I'm going to paraphrase it, but this person basically, and shout out to this person for leaving this comment. This person basically was like, what happened to the old days when you would get mad at your ninja and you would just, you know, throw hot grits on them? We do remember Al Green's situation, or, you know, we would do other things other than what Itasha did, which tried to tell people that she was getting ready to end her life along with her children. You guys, what happened to the days when we got mad at our men for being unfaithful and we put sugar in his gas tank? What happened to putting a Snicker bar in his gas tank? Y'all, what happened to busting out his windows? What happened to putting Clorox bleach all on his clothes? You know, y'all, what I have noticed on social media can be a gift and also a curse, okay? What I have learned since I've been watching social media, people are inspired by other people to do things, right? And my personal opinion is, I know a lot of people feel like Itasha has some type of mental illness, and I don't know what she has, but what I do know is she has a lot of ignorance, okay? And her being a mother was not important to her, but she tried to make it like it was important because she had 2 of 5 of her children in the car with her. So she tried to make like being a mother was important to her, and saying in the video that she's gonna leave this earth and take her daughters with her, yet you're still gonna be leaving 3 of your boys, your 3 other children, your boys, behind. Y'all, at this point, I pray that Itasha gets the help that she needs. I definitely feel like her children should not be in her custody until she can prove that she has the sense that she should have to raise her children properly and to ensure that their safety is the #1 thing that she should be worrying about instead of the feelings of another man. Y'all, look, I don't know what has happened to this world. Like I said, y'all, we done went crazy. I don't know what has happened to this world when people decide to take to social media to display this type of behavior or these type of emotions and feelings. You know, in a sense, you guys, I'm kind of glad that she did do that, because these kids obviously will get the help that they need, and her as well, Tasha, can get the help that she needs. Instead of walking around with these type of feelings all bottled up inside of her, she can actually express this to some people that can get her the help. Like, first importantly, what I really feel like she needs to learn is to love herself. Okay? Love yourself, sis, before you can love anybody else. You know, I've said this in my video yesterday, y'all, self-preservation. But I just want to know, y'all, what happened to the old days. Y'all let me know down below. What happened to the old days when we would just write a letter and let that ninja know how we felt? What happened to the days when we would call the other woman and say, look, I've been sleeping with your man? Like, sis, what happened to those days? I don't know. But I want y'all to let me know down below. All right, you guys. So something else I want to talk about is, if you're not aware, Texas and Florida, 2 states that I know of for sure, are going back on lockdown because the COVID-19 cases has surged extremely in those states since they have opened. Now, we do understand that Florida they were kind of sort of on lockdown, but they opened their beaches very prematurely. We also do know that Texas opened up really prematurely, and now they are suffering the consequences. And at this point, y'all, it's just like, what are we getting ready to do? Like, what are we getting ready to do here? Because we do understand that, you know, closing down the economy did help slow down the cases, but when we did that, then a lot of people became unemployed, and then the unemployment rate skyrocketed out of the roof, right? And a lot of people were at a place of loss because they didn't know what they were going to do to feed their families, take care of their families, and things of that nature. They started doing a phasing of opening the states back up. But obviously, especially the states with a high population, you know, Houston is the 4th biggest city in our country. I really feel like states with a very mass population should have taken their steps to opening a little bit more strategically. And now they're dealing with what's going on right now. Now, in my city, you guys, they have announced last week that schools will be opening back up as scheduled, okay? We'll be opening back up, and my fear to that is, how are you going to ensure the safety of these children trying to get them back into school? Now, I do understand, you guys, that distance education, trying to teach our children at home was a burden for a lot of people, me included. You know, towards the end, y'all, I got a little more acclimated, and I got myself more on a schedule with my son. But y'all, I only had one child that I had to deal with the whole distance education, opposed to other parents who had well more than one child, and in certain different age groups at that. So my thought is, what are we going to do with these schools? Because what I do know is it's very hard to teach children social distancing. Your kids don't know anything about social distancing because the first thing they want to do is, you know, run and hug each other every morning because they hadn't seen each other since the day before. So we do know that goes on. And trying to keep these kids, especially little kids, trying to keep them with masks on all day, it's going to be very hard when you can't even keep a little child's shoe tied up all day, you know, let alone trying to convince them to keep this mask on all day long. Because I'm gonna be honest with y'all, it's troublesome for me to keep that mask on because I just be feeling like I can't breathe. But I do understand what it would mean if I didn't have the mask on, so therefore I put the mask on because I understand what the consequences would be because I'm an adult. But children, they're not really going to understand, especially the small, younger children, they're not going to understand what the consequences are because, as we know, y'all, kids just live like there's no, you know, kids just live. They don't understand if you do this, you could get hurt. You know, obviously the older kids think that, but the younger kids just, you know, they live like with no regards because they're kids, right? Yeah, you know what? This is a nightmare, and all I want to say is whoever is responsible for dropping this hideous virus on the world, my God, what were you thinking of? You know, because this has really hindered a lot of people, and it's gonna continue. We are in a state of desperation. People don't want the economy shut down, but yet you also don't want to be sitting up in the hospital on your last breath either. Y'all let me know what you're dealing with. If your state is one of the states that's going back on lockdown. I heard you guys there was about 11 states that is going back on lockdown, and I don't know, you guys. I just feel like there's no end in sight. They did say before this situation would get better, it most definitely will get worse. And I just, when I sit and I think, me and my husband was talking last night, I said, and it's so funny. I said, because when you think about this time last year, we had no regards to shaking somebody's hand. We had no regards to walking past somebody at the grocery store. We had no regards to pulling the door handle behind somebody who just opened up the door. Like, we didn't think anything about it. But now, 12 months later, everybody is walking around on pins and needles because we're just afraid. And it's just a horrible feeling to live in a state of fear, and that's what we're living in. And I just really feel like, our government is not doing enough to ensure the safety of the people of this country, or even the world, you guys, because people, it's summertime, people can't travel, people can't it's 4th of July is what, next weekend. Large gatherings is not highly suggested. So then and unless if you're gonna congregate together, obviously everybody wear a mask and have hand sanitizers. It's just a different way of living, you guys, and we all got to get adjusted to it. And it's just so hard for people who have been living for years, doing what they want to do and going where they want to go, and then just abruptly you tell people that they can't leave their house and they can't do what they normally do. Y'all let me know down below how you're feeling about that, and we're going to move on to the next time. All right, you guys, so lastly, we're going to talk just a little bit about Starla Omegaa, aka Strong Mommy Chrissy. So Starla Omegaa decided to put a video on her channel yesterday, I believe it was, and it was a get ready with me. It was a DICK appointment. She was also letting you know what to do with the DICK if it's too big or too small. Less than satisfactory inches, but they made up for it in oral and the motion of the ocean. I mean, that does count. Anybody could stick a big one and make somebody get to where they're going. But it takes a real smart individual to have less than and be able to make up for that shit in other ways. I'm just saying. Y'all look, this is what I'm going to say about this video. I do understand a lot of you guys feel a little, antsy when we speak of these moms, because y'all don't want us talking about them. But I'm going to just say this, because I have the right to say what I want to say, and you have the right to say what you want to say as well. My personal opinion about her video was like, sis, you're telling us how to get ready for a DIC appointment instead of saying how to get ready, just ready for a date. No, because at the end of the day, all dates should not end with having sex, right? Especially if, like, the way she made it sound in the video was when you're just meeting these men. Because obviously, if you've already been dating this man, you know if his penis is big or small. So I took it as if you're just meeting a guy and, this is, and you find out that his penis is not big enough or too small or whatever, this is what you need to do. Instead of encouraging women to get to know themselves and encouraging women to treat themselves more like ladies. Now look, y'all, we all grown and we can talk about sex anytime, because I'm not saying don't talk about sex, because obviously sex happens, right? And we're all grown here, but I just really feel like she could have came at an angle where she could have been a little bit more sophisticated with it, instead of presenting the information like every day, like you getting ready for a new date all the time. It's just like, sis, what about stability with the man? Y'all let me know down below what y'all think. Y'all look, I'm gonna be honest with you. Chrissy, to me personally, y'all, she is she's not the right candidate for this channel. Do understand that you are very in tune with the penis, and I'm not saying that no shade intended. I mean, it's obvious, and we understand that, but we also understand that, you know, all these men that you have children with, you're not with any of them. So, you know, if anything, I really feel like you should come at an angle of telling women what to do to try to keep a relationship, or explain what the new things you're doing to reinvent yourself with dating, because obviously she's dating because she's separated from her husband. She's not divorced yet, but yet she's separated. I really feel like you should come from a place like that, you know. You know, when you think about these women who talk about sex and things of that nature, for the most part that I'm aware of, for most of the people that I have seen that talked about these sexual acts and things of that nature, you know, there are women that we really don't know what their past is. We don't know if they got children, if they married, or whatever the situation is. But because we do know about Strong Mommy Chrissy's past, because she decided to let us know about it, because she says she vlogs her life, then when you watch these videos about her, me personally, I just can't get out of my head. Like, sis, like, you're coming from a place of several failed relationships. I could see if Chrissy was doing this channel, even if she had a bunch of children, but she's coming from a place where, yeah, I got a bunch of kids, but I'm with at least one of the daddies, right? So I might have been an epic fail with the others, but one of them I hit jackpot on, but you're not coming from that place. Like, sis, you're still trying to find the right one, and you're telling us that, you know, you're getting yourself ready for these dates. And, you know, and the first thing that you're worrying about is how big his penis is instead of how big his pockets are. Yeah, look, y'all, I'm not just always saying everything should be about money, but at the end of the day, in order for y'all to have a successful date, yeah, he got to be able to pay for it, okay? I wouldn't care if he had a King Kong penis, but if he's staying at home with his mama, yeah, his King Kong penis is not doing me no good, because that means that King Kong penis got to keep coming to my house. I can't never go over to his house. You know what I'm saying? Or if he had a teeny weeny penis, oh, okay, well, at the end of the day, you know, we all do want to make sure we're satisfied in a bedroom. Honey, that's very, very important. But I would think when you are getting ready for a date, the penis shouldn't be the first thing we should be discussing. Because first and foremost, I got to make sure I can get with your mental before I can even deal with your middle. This world done gone crazy. I don't know what's going on. But I will say this, you guys. At the end of the day, like I've said before, Strong Mama Chrissy is an influencer, right? And you are influencing women to think it's okay to randomly date. And when you go to date these men, you're influencing, because we do know people are very impressionable. You are influencing these women to think we just need to worry about how big his penis is. Yes, sis, that ain't it. You got to know you want to know how big his heart is, because his penis being big does no good if the nigga ain't feeling you. Again, y'all let me know what y'all think. I'm out of here. I'm going to see y'all in the next video. Remember, y'all, sub what you love. Bye-bye.